Hey guys, it's Drabble here, and welcome to, I guess, kind of sort of a new series called Create a Character, or Characters, whichever one you prefer, where I am literally creating different characters from different TV shows, animes, cartoons that I love, and creating them for The Sims. So as the title, you can probably infer that I am creating Team RWBY from the Rooster Teeth show RWBY, and right now I am creating the leader, Ruby Rose, who is, I think she's like one of the youngest characters on the show, yet she is the leader of Team RWBY. I don't know if she came up with something to make sure her name fit like that. But like I came up with this idea after watching the latest episode of Chibi RWBY, the filler in my heart for when volume 5 of RWBY comes out. And I guess, it was kind of like a mixture of fun and frustration because it's just like you're trying to make 2D characters 3D yet keep some of their personality and aesthetic similar. And then I guess the other struggle I had was I didn't go out and find custom content, and I tried to make their outfits look as similar to their battle uniforms as possible. Yeah, Blake's is probably the closest to her battle outfit, probably. So like I got some aspects, but for the most part I just try to keep their colorings the same. And I am very thankful that the teenager, not the teenager, but the Parenthood hair that came out with Parenthood, had like the dark color with the red that's very reminiscent of Ruby's hair as we are doing right now, because that was the only thing that I could find. And it worked. And then I kept all the characters at teenagers. Like I kind of tested it with Blake and Yang being young adults, since they both seem a little bit older than the other two, but I had trouble coming up with a third trait, so I didn't. So I guess Ruby's just a goofball, but at the same time she doesn't really want to be a popular type. She's just a goofball, but I feel like she wants to be the best huntress she can be, so I gave her like the bodybuilder trait because I couldn't figure it out. It's like she's an amazing fighter, so that kind of worked well. And then I gave her goofball and outgoing because she's nearly friends with everyone, including like the bad guys. So yeah, I guess so. And then I also went with the new shirt that came out with Parenthood, that comes off the shoulder because there wasn't a corset, of course. But I thought that was kind of a little bit edgy for RWBY, not too much. And then the laced up boots that are reminiscent. Unfortunately, there weren't any red laces because that would have made it amazing. But considering the options, I thought this was nice. And now we're doing Snee, and like that little pause was me looking up how to spell her name, because I like in between creating the different characters on my phone I would Google so I could make sure like some of the aesthetics were similar. And I had the hardest time with Weiss. I don't know why. Maybe it was like the starting sim face that gave me trouble. But like I just had a little bit of trouble like arranging her the exact way I want it to. I mean, I think she looks nice, but I think she looks gorgeous, but not really reminiscent of how I pictured her from the show. But once again, it's the trouble of like imagining 2D characters on 3D spaces. Because even though they're kind of sort of 3D, they still have like flat faces, and we're still dealing with 3D. Maybe I could have made her like jaw flatter or like upper. I don't know. But then I gave all of them like pretty big eyes because they do have the anime style eyes that I think. So I definitely try to get their eyes as wide as possible and then made their pupils bigger. And then for Weiss, I was just like playing around with the different ponytail styles, but at the same time making sure that she kept her bangs like she does in the show. So I went with this outfit, like this hairstyle, not outfit. But of course, the EA is not going to have like the super high into the side ponytail like she has. And then I try to see if there was just like any hair accessories, but there's not. And I kind of check each and every time, but like for Wise especially and for Blake, but I didn't find even like a hairband that it could use. Like, hey, Blake's covering up her ears, so unfortunately no faunus traits at least. Maybe the vampires have some traits that we could use. I don't know. But like for Weiss, her color is technically white, but there's lots of blues. Like in online pictures of her battle uniform, like from volumes 1 through 3. Like in the show, I saw them as just plain white, but in photos, there's a hint of blue, and then especially with her new outfit in volume 4, that's probably going to carry on to the next two. It's blue, so I kind of try to mix those two, and also gave her the same skirt as RWBY, just in a different style. And then I gave her like wealthy, I think. Like as I went forward, the time I spent was less. So I made her like fabulously wealthy because she's going to own, well, she was the heiress of her family's company. So I also gave her like, I think I gave her like knowledgeable, something like that. And then I also gave her snob because in the very beginning she was quite snobby. And as you can see, I couldn't come up with another trait for Blake, so I just went with this. I gave her the writer aspiration because, I'm sorry, it's Blake. She needed something with books. And then, so I gave her the bookworm trait along with loner because she's quite a loner, as probably was evidence from her early on not wanting to talk to her team about anything, which was kind of sad. So, like, there's no yellow eyes for humans, but I also didn't want to make her a vampire. So I just went with a bright brown, because her eyes do start off yellow and then darken as you look up. So I went with a dark brown. Yeah, I mean, eye colors were a bit hard, because like ruby silver eyes, there's no like gray, and I even tried the one that looks a little gray, but it comes across as being blue. So I gave her like this really bright, almost hazel eye, because it looked a little bit clearer to me than all the other ones. Like, that was a challenge. Like, if I made Ruby a vampire, it probably would have been easier. But, hey, what can you do? And then Blake has the more, I guess, obvious makeup with, like, the blue eyeshadow. And, like, Weiss, Blake, and Yang look to be wearing a slight makeup all the time, while Ruby, I have never once noticed her looking like she had makeup. So she has absolutely nothing on her face. And then, once again, Blake coming up with her battle outfit was slightly easier, because, like, there's lots of black and white options. It's just the one I went like the most, but we went with a black and white jacket crop shirt combo in the end, because she does show her midriff a little bit in her outfit. I'm pretty sure we went with the midriff coat and jacket combination. I think so. I want to say yes. Oh yeah, we did. I remember. And then we gave her some really short, white shorts, and then leggings, and then ankle boots, which honestly was the best. I mean, especially like once you add the leggings and the boots, it's just Blake's outfit. I mean, I don't think I could have done a better job coming up with her outfit, to be honest. Like especially the boots. I mean, I saw the boots when I was making Ruby's outfit, and I'm just like, those are Blake's shoes right there. Instant. And it was amazing. And then I mean, Blake also has like some ribbons. And, well, in some of the pictures, I saw some ribbons that looked like bracelets a little bit. I tried to find those, but that didn't work. So you'll probably see I start on Yang, and then I'm just like, wait, her and Ruby are siblings. I should be using the genetics so that her and Ruby look slightly alike. So like I come up with the traits. So I made her a party animal since she's a wild child. Let's just be honest, she's a wild child. And then I also gave her hot-headed because like, hey, her semblance is a hothead. And then I also gave her bro, because like similar to Ruby, she's very outgoing, but like in a different sense. Like it went more so with the party animal trait than outgoing, so I went with that. And then of course using the genetics so that her and Ruby were kind of similar looking, because that's more realistic, and I'm always going for the realism. And then once again made her eyes gigantic. And then it took me a while before I remembered, like, hey, Yang has purple eyes. I need to be giving her like some purple eyes. And I think I remember that after I give her hair. And honestly, I think this hair did the best. It's probably not the best coloring, but I liked this color more so than the other two blondes. So I went with this one. I mean, if you don't like that color blonde, that's totally up to you, but it wasn't for me. And then just giving her a slight blush. It stands out more than the other two, but it's Yang, she likes to stand out. And then figuring out Yang's outfit was definitely the hardest, because she wears like almost like this super short crop top with a jacket like tied over it, and then some short skirts with like almost an open skirt around it, and then she's like wearing all these scarves and whatnot. So she was definitely the hardest to pick from. And I even like took a break figuring it out, and then I chose the top she's currently wearing, but then I looked more at the recolors and found one that was more orange, and I was like, yeah, her outfit is like, her color is technically yellow, but her color is more so orange than anything else. So I changed that to the orange one she's wearing now, and then try to find and then she wears like brown shorts, so I try to find one with a belt, but I didn't really like those. I like the current ones. And then you saw me look at the glove options. She kind of sort of wears finger gloves, especially when she's wearing her knuckle. I don't even know her ember. I forget her weapon's name, but I gave her some cute orange stockings to be reminiscent of her uneven knees, since there weren't any scars. So here are the final wraparounds, and I only did the everyday outfits. I think I did pretty well considering my options. I mean, if you guys want to give it a try or find some really cool ones, definitely tell me. And then in the future, I'm planning on making a lot of the RWBY characters based on EA and not custom content. It probably would be better if I use custom content, but I like a challenge. So here's one last wraparound of Yang, little small sim we just finished very recently. So I will probably see you next week with another create a character. I hope you enjoyed this. See you guys later. Bye.